So someone that takes quite a few road trips in their Cybertruck, I've always been looking for the perfect cooler, any way to keep drinks cold. And today we have the perfect option that actually fits in the bottom of the center console in that open space, will keep food cold, and looks and incorporates very, very well. We have a user manual, that'll come in handy. We have some replacement trim pieces. So the way you want to put this in, you're gonna need to use these replacement trim pieces. They'll kind of hook together like so that we can slide this in. So go ahead and put these to the side. Now, since this does have a compressor and stuff in it, when you receive it, they more than likely have moved the angles and everything when shipping it. So you're gonna wanna take this out and let it sit for 4 hours. So that way your compressor, any kind of like coolant, anything like that can kind of settle out before you plug it in. So that is why we are kind of doing this right now. You have this, it's got some white styrofoam bits on it. Just a little pad here. So this is the main unit right here. And you have a whole like LCD panel here. You have power on both sides. You have a plus and a minus on both sides. So the passenger can adjust it or the driver can adjust it. You have a nice door right here. You have quite a bit of room in here, honestly. And you got a couple little accessories in here. You have a nice seal so that when it closes, it has a very satisfying snap there so you know it's closed. So we're gonna go ahead and let this sit for 4 hours, and it does have a plug power on there as well. And then in here you have another bit, and so this is gonna be kind of like your power converter and everything. You are gonna have some vents here on the side, and then you can run this all the way to the outlet on the back of the center console, and then this will plug into the cooler. And TesStudio does have some really great deals on this right now. You can get 25% off, and you can get the Cybertruck charging hub for the center console for free, actually. And this is a really nice one. It has dual USB-C on reels like this, as well as a USB-A, another USB-C, and that 110 outlet right there. So you can get this for free and this 25% off using the code on the screen. So huge thanks to them for helping give everyone a sweet deal and discount. But yep, we'll see you in about 4 hours once this has some time to kind of sit and settle, and then we'll get it installed. So now that the fridge has sat for 4 hours, we'll go ahead and come in here, and we're gonna go ahead and remove the center console organizer that we have, and then we're gonna remove this piece of plastic trim down here. So moving the floor mat makes it a lot easier. And then up here, we're going to need to snap this down so that we can actually get that plastic piece out, because it goes up under the carpet. And then the cool thing is there's actually a magnet right here and a magnet right here, and that's what holds that part up. But we're just gonna go ahead, kind of bend this just a little bit so that we can get it over this. Then that way we can go ahead and pull up on this and get that piece all out. And then once that's out, we can go ahead and put this right back in. Here those two magnets click, and then here you just have two little push clips. Just let me get that angled in. There's one, and then the second one. There we go. So now you can see it is kind of naked there without that side trim. Then we'll go ahead and put the controller and everything back here. Tucks right under there really nicely. And then we'll bring in the fridge. We just have to clear these little pieces right here and this, get it plugged in, and then we should be good to go. So first thing first is going to be this piece, and it's going to go in with this angled back. And then we have our power cord, so I'll go ahead and undo that twist tie so that we can run that to the back. But you can see how nicely it just fits right in there. It does have the grooves on the bottom as well that go along with the track. Fits right in there. And for this, it probably helps if you just put your passenger seat back all the way. You could probably just as easily get it from the driver, but you're gonna have a steering wheel in the way, so I would recommend doing it this way. And so we kind of have it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all plugged in. Make sure I have it going in the right way. And then as we put this in there, we're going to take this and kind of feed it into this little compartment right here. And that's it. Make sure everything lines up beautifully, and it does. Everything fits very, very nicely in there. So we have all this in. We'll come back to the passenger side. And this is where the new trim pieces actually come in, because you won't be able to fit the OEM one, which is right here, in there, because this kind of sticks out a little bit. So this OEM one that we removed, go ahead and sit it in a safe spot in case you decide to take the fridge out or anything, you at least have it. And then we have these two pieces right here. We have a bottom and a top section. The top section will go in first because you can see it's got these little hooks on it that this lower section will hook into. So you can see you will just kind of pressure fit this right on. So we'll just kind of come right in here, pressure fit that like so. And then we have clips on this lower section, so we'll kind of put this in, get this lined up. And just like that, we're all good. And then that line, you really won't even see once you actually put in your floor mats again. The floor mats fit just great, just like normal, except now we have a fridge in that compartment. And then one other thing, it did come with this mat. It goes on top, right here. And that way it kind of has a little grip to it. So you can actually like sit things on there. Use this while you're driving. Sit your phone or whatever you want on there without things like slipping all over the place. So that's actually really nice too. And then you have the lid. It opens, clears that just fine. Especially if you had like the tilt screen, you could easily do that. Okay, so it has now been a few weeks since we've actually had the fridge because I wanted to really get out there, take it on a road trip, and really see how it goes. And I can honestly say it is awesome. We have used it on a couple road trips, one of which was a very long road trip, and we had zero issues. We kept drinks in here, everything. I think on the way home I actually put chicken in here because I had ordered some chicken and had some leftovers, put it in the fridge anyway. It really works really, really well. There is one thing though that I found out, just so that you're aware. So when turning on your outlets right here, if you are charging like home or whatever, a non-supercharger, these outlets will not be able to be turned on. So just keep that in mind. Originally I was trying to pre-cool it before we left, but I was charging at the house and you can't charge at your house and have these outlets on at the same time. That being said, it really wasn't that big of an issue, especially on the road trip, which is our main use for this because you charge at superchargers. But that is just the one thing that I did note. To turn it on, all you do is you turn on your outlets once it's plugged in, and you can see it's already on. It's kind of got a glare, sorry about that. But we'll go ahead and turn the power on. And with that power on, you can see here we're at 82, but then you can change this, your set point here. And quick tapping the power, we can now change it from Eco to Max. Max if you want really super cool. Eco is what I kept it in and it worked out great. You can change this with the double tap to Fahrenheit or Celsius. Honestly works really, really well. And there's so much room in here. So it's kind of hard to show, but in here you have this tray which can come out if you want. It just comes all the way out. And you can remove that should you want more room, but it is kind of nice to hold like some small things, maybe like some cheeses or whatnot. But if you do remove this, you actually have, and you can probably see that, these grooves here. Perfect for cans or drinks or whatever you want. I like that in there, so we're gonna keep that in there. Then looking down, straight down, there's this light, which is great to see everything, but there's actually a whole drawer in here. And this drawer is big enough to probably hold at least a can, maybe more. So that's something that is really awesome, really helps use all that space. It's really kind of nice that they have this, but the one thing that I love even more is it's kind of hard to see. So let me get my light. On the front, on the passenger and driver side, there's actually a USB-C outlet. So you can use those for anything you want, but it just like fits so well with the like design of the Cybertruck. Got some angles there, the way it fits in, and it is very quiet. But that's basically it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below too what you think about the fridge. Is it something that you would be interested in? Huge thanks to TesStudio for sponsoring this video, and of course, we love to hook you guys up with a discount whenever we do get a sponsor. And so if you use code Derek at checkout or use the links below, that will give you one of the best discounts available at the time. But again, we'll link everything down below for you guys. But that's basically it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, a thumbs up if you did. Go and click here to subscribe here for some other ones, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.